Hello, everyone. This is Robert from Book of Mormon Editions, where we discuss printings, publications, and various editions of the Book of Mormon. So, after many requests, I'm excited to review this next volume of the Book of Mormon. However, I'm a bit nervous once again, as I can't seem to review this volume in a few minutes normally taken. I've delayed reviewing this as long as possible, trying to figure out a way to do this volume justice, as once you go into it, you'll see why this is recommended and requested by so many others. This is the Annotated Book of Mormon, a volume published by Oxford University Press and edited by Grant Hardy. You'll remember Grant Hardy was involved in the Reader's edition of the Book of Mormon, where the text is in novel form and the versing is minimal. The feature of this volume was the ability to read the Book of Mormon in story form all the way through without getting bogged down with versing or scripture study. Grant was also heavily involved with the Maxwell Institute Study edition of the Book of Mormon published in 2018. I did a review of this and recommend this for bookshelf and in-depth scripture study of the Book of Mormon. So now in 2023, Grant Hardy has once again produced a study volume of the Book of Mormon through Oxford University Press Publishing. This volume here is a hardback 6x9 volume with a blue cover and an angel Moroni in a stained glass pastel style imagery. So where do I begin regarding the inside contents? At first glance, you'll see there's a lot of material. At second glance, you'll see that it's super valuable when you start getting into it. The front has an editor's introduction discussing the coming forth of the Book of Mormon and general formatting for this text. I found it impressive that Grant Hardy balances between being an academic and therefore coming from a matter-of-fact position, but also acknowledging that reading this volume can influence someone in their spiritual development. Prior to each book section in the text, there's an introduction regarding the section, some highlights of that particular book, and what to look for and glean from reading that section. These are normally a few pages long and split between an introduction, general content description, interpretations, and a guide to reading that section. And then the text of the Book of Mormon is in double columns and in readable format with some indentations, highlights, and verse referencing. There are sections that explains various chiasmus, scripture referencing, and other various aspects. However, found within the text is various annotation and side commentary regarding various passages. This is mostly down in the footnotes in the form of explanations, definitions, and additional commentary. Another interesting feature is that this text is in the 1920 Salt Lake text, which is in public domain. The test of this is there are words exceeding still in this volume that have been changed to exceedingly in other editions. So it's valuable to evaluate how much supplemental content, annotations, and review is needed compared to just reading the Book of Mormon and getting personal gleaning. However, I think the annotations included in this volume is a right mix of a focus on the text, but some supplemental annotations to get clarity when reading the various verses. And then in the back of this book, there's a series of essays regarding aspects of the Book of Mormon, how it correlates to the Bible, and how to perceive the text from a historical and spiritual perspectives. There's also maps, tables, and guidelines in the back, and I found this content is similar to the supplemental material that is in the Maxwell Institute volume. The one issue I have with this volume is that it seems that book printers are starting to print covers in a flat, matte, non-glossy finish. This annotated volume was printed this way. The Maxwell Institute volume was printed this way also, and a couple other recent volumes of the Book of Mormon are printed, once again in a flat, matte cover finish. However, while the feel of this is pretty interesting, it absorbs fingerprints that seems to blemish the cover. So a used volume will show all of the fingerprints of its user even after one use. So publishers and authors who see this review, while I like the feel of a flat matte cover, there is a consequence of it being stained with oils from fingerprints. So it's something to consider before choosing a flat matte cover for books. Other than this cosmetic issue, overall I think this annotated Book of Mormon is great for anyone's bookshelf. So this volume is in various bookstores and online websites. Even though I'm not incentivized to promote this, I think it is a great volume for scripture study, especially when those within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are scheduled to do the 2024 season of Sunday school sessions that are focused on the Book of Mormon coming up. So thanks everyone for watching this. I hope as we come into the holidays and the New Year's, these reviews will shed some light on the various aspects and editions of the Book of Mormon. So please invite others to look at this video and YouTube channel, as I seem to have more content than time to produce. If you have a specific or unique edition of the Book of Mormon that you'd like reviewed here, please contact me at bomeditions@gmail.com. Best wishes, everyone.